The rain fell softly outside the tall glass building of ZK Fashion, washing the city in grey. Inside the design office on the 23rd floor, only one desk lamp was still on. Lily Chen sat there alone. Her fingers were stiff, her eyes red, but she didn't stop drawing. The sketchbook in front of her was filled with flowing lines, coats that moved like water, dresses that looked warm even on paper. Every design carried her quiet emotions, things she never said out loud. She glanced at the clock. 2:17 a.m. Just one more, Lily whispered to herself. This collection was important. If it succeeded, ZK Fashion would enter the high-end market. Lily had worked on it for 6 months, skipping meals, sleeping in the office, saying no to weekends and family gatherings. The door suddenly opened. Mia! Lily looked up, surprised. Mia Zhao, her best friend and team leader, walked in wearing heels and a confident smile. Still working? Mia said lightly. You're amazing, Lily. I don't know what I'd do without you. Lily smiled tiredly. The final designs are almost done. I organized everything in the shared folder, like you asked. Mia nodded, her eyes flicking to the sketchbook. Good. The CEO presentation is tomorrow. Go home and rest. I'll handle things. Lily hesitated. My name will be on the designs this time, right? Mia laughed softly, as if Lily had told a joke. Of course. Don't worry so much. Lily believed her. She always did. The next afternoon, the conference room was full. Executives sat around the table. The projector lit up the wall with Lily's designs, her colors, her concepts, her soul. But when the presenter spoke, the name they praised was not Lily's. Team leader Mia Zhao has shown outstanding creativity. Lily's heart sank. She looked at the printed materials in front of her. Designer, Mia Zhao. No mention of Lily Chen. Not even once. Applause filled the room. Mia smiled gracefully, accepting compliments as if the work had been hers all along. Lily's hands trembled. She turned to the man beside her. David, did you see this? David Shu, her boyfriend of 3 years, adjusted his tie and whispered back, Lily, don't make a scene. You know how the industry works. But these are my designs. David frowned. Mia is the team leader. This is good for the whole team. Be patient. Patient. Lily had been patient for years. That night, Lily didn't go home. She sat on the steps outside the building, holding her phone. Social media was full of praise for Mia, interviews, photos, headlines calling her a rising star in fashion. Lily scrolled until her vision blurred. Her phone rang. It was her mother. Lily, Mrs. Chen said, her voice brisk, did you send the money for Anna's tuition? The deadline is today. Lily swallowed. I did. Last week. Good. Your sister is talented. You're the older one, you should support her. Don't think so much about yourself. The call ended quickly. Lily stared at the dark screen. She thought of her younger sister Anna, studying fashion overseas, full of dreams. Lily had never told her how many nights she worked to pay for that dream. Because that was what older sisters did. They endured quietly. 3 days later, Lily collapsed at her desk. She had a fever, but still came to work. The designs needed revisions, Mia said so. Lily pushed herself, drinking coffee instead of eating. When her vision went black, no one noticed at first. By the time an ambulance arrived, it was too late. The hospital corridor was cold and bright. Lily lay alone on the bed. The machines beeped steadily, then slowly stopped. No family was there. No colleagues. No one called her name. Her last thought was simple and painful. If I disappear, will anyone notice? Darkness swallowed her. Then, light. Lily gasped and sat up. She was not in a hospital. She was sitting at a familiar desk. Her old desk. The one she had used 5 years ago when she first joined ZK Fashion. The office looked newer. The walls were clean. The air smelled like fresh coffee. On the desk lay a sketchbook, blank except for one design. Her first design. Her hands shook as she picked up her phone. The date flashed on the screen. 5 years ago. Lily's breath caught. "This isn't possible," she whispered. But the pen in her hand was real. The room was real. Her heart was beating fast and strong. Memories rushed back, the betrayal, the loneliness, the death. Tears filled her eyes, but this time, they didn't fall. Lily closed the sketchbook slowly. She stood up straight. Her reflection in the glass window looked younger, but her eyes were no longer soft. They were clear, determined. "This life," Lily said quietly, "I won't give everything away." Outside, the city buzzed with new beginnings. And Lily Chen's second life had just begun. Morning light streamed through the office windows of ZK Fashion, warm and golden. The sound of keyboards and soft conversations filled the air. Lily Chen sat at her desk, staring at her computer screen. On the surface, everything looked the same as 5 years ago. But inside her, nothing was the same. She remembered exactly what would happen today. The shared folder request. The missing credit. The slow trap. Lily took a deep breath and opened a new file. Carefully, she saved her design under a private drive, added her name, the date, and backed it up to her personal email. When the system asked for confirmation, she clicked yes without hesitation. "This time," she murmured, "I protect myself first." "Lily." A familiar voice rang out. Mia Zhao walked over, holding a cup of coffee, her smile bright and friendly. "Morning. I need the coat designs you worked on last night. Upload them to the team folder, okay?" Lily looked up calmly. "I'll send the finalized version later." Mia blinked. "Later? But the meeting." "I'm still adjusting the details," Lily said politely. "I'll submit them directly to you with my name on the file." There was a brief silence. Mia laughed lightly. "Why are you so formal today?" Lily smiled back. "Just being careful." Mia walked away, but her eyes were no longer warm. At noon, Lily received a message. "David, lunch." In her past life, Lily would have gone without thinking. She would have listened to his complaints, paid the bill, and still felt grateful for his company. This time, she replied calmly. "Lily, I'm busy." David appeared at her desk 10 minutes later. "Are you mad?" he asked in a low voice. "Mia told me you're acting strange." Lily stood up. "David, if you came to talk about work, send an email. If not, I have things to do." David stared at her. "You're overthinking things again. Don't ruin your relationship with Mia. She's your leader." Lily met his eyes. "And you're my boyfriend," she said quietly. "But you've never stood up for me." David opened his mouth, then closed it. For the first time, Lily walked away first. That evening, Lily went home early. The small apartment smelled like soup. Her mother was in the kitchen. "You're back so early?" "I finished my work," Lily replied. Mrs. Chen looked surprised. "That's rare. Sit. Let's eat." During dinner, Lily said calmly, "Mom, I won't be sending extra money anymore." The spoon froze mid-air. "What do you mean?" Mrs. Chen frowned. "Anna's school needs it." "I'll support Anna," Lily said evenly, "but I'll help her with skills, not just money." Mrs. Chen sighed. "You think teaching her is better than earning?" "Yes," Lily answered without hesitation. Her mother looked at her as if she were seeing her for the first time. That night, Lily opened her laptop and searched for Lin Group Fashion. She remembered this company well. In her previous life, Lin Group had become the industry leader without her. She uploaded her personal portfolio. No team logos. No borrowed names. Just Lily Chen. 3 days later, her phone rang. "Ms. Chen," a male voice said, cool and professional. "This is Eric Lin, CEO of Lin Group Fashion. I've reviewed your designs." Lily's fingers tightened around the phone. "Yes. Come for an interview tomorrow." No praise. No emotion. Just an invitation. Lily smiled. The Lin Group building was taller, quieter, more refined. Eric Lin sat across from her, flipping through her portfolio. "You worked at ZK Fashion," he said. "Why apply here?" "Because my work belongs to me," Lily replied. Eric looked up. "Your designs are clean," he said slowly. "But talent alone isn't enough. Why should I choose you?" Lily met his gaze. Because I don't need shortcuts, she said. And I won't steal from others. For the first time, Eric's expression changed. A faint smile touched his lips, gone as quickly as it appeared. You start next Monday. As Lily walked out of the building, her phone buzzed again. A message from Anna. Anna, sis. I'm not sure I belong here. Everyone is better than me. Lily stared at the screen, heart tightening. She typed back slowly. Lily, you do belong. And I'll show you how. Lily lifted her head. The city lights flickered on, one by one. She had chosen a different path. And somewhere behind her, a storm was quietly beginning to form. Lily Chen's first day at Lin Group Fashion began with silence. No warm welcomes. No curious stares. The design department was calm, efficient, almost cold. People spoke softly, moved quickly, and minded their own work. Lily realized immediately this was not a place where favors replaced ability. She liked it. Her desk was near the window. Sunlight fell across the white surface as she unpacked her sketchbook and pens. For a moment, she simply sat there, breathing in the quiet. This is how it should feel, she thought. At ZK Fashion, chaos had already begun. Mia Zhao stared at the empty desk where Lily used to sit. She resigned? Mia asked sharply. The HR assistant nodded. Yes. Effective immediately. Mia's nails dug into her palm. Lily was supposed to stay. Lily was supposed to work silently behind her. That afternoon, Mia presented revised designs to management, but something was wrong. The lines felt stiff. The colors lacked warmth. These feel different, an executive said. Not as strong as before. Mia forced a smile. We're still adjusting. Inside, panic spread like fire. At Lin Group, Lily received her first task. Minimalist winter wear, her supervisor said. 3 days. Lily nodded and went straight to work. She didn't rush. She didn't doubt herself. For the first time, she designed without fear of losing credit. That night, Lily video called Anna. Anna sat in her dorm room, sketches spread everywhere, eyes red. They said my work has no soul, Anna whispered. Maybe I should change majors. Lily shook her head gently. Show me your designs. Anna hesitated, then held them up. Lily studied them carefully. You copy trends too much, Lily said softly. What do you want to say? Anna bit her lip. I don't know. Lily smiled. Then we'll find it together. They stayed up for hours. Lily didn't criticize, she guided, adjusted, encouraged. By the end, Anna's eyes were shining. Sis, Anna said quietly, you're amazing. Lily's heart ached. If only someone had once said that to me. 2 weeks later, Lin Group held an internal design review. Design boards lined the walls. Executives walked slowly, discussing each piece. When they reached Lily's section, they stopped. This is new, someone said. Who designed this? Eric Lin stepped forward. Lily Chen. Lily stood straight, hands steady. Eric studied her designs again, then spoke clearly, so everyone could hear. These will move into production. A low murmur spread through the room. Lily felt something warm rise in her chest, not excitement, but quiet validation. Across the city, Mia stared at her phone in disbelief. A fashion media account had posted. Lin Group introduces fresh talent, designer Lily Chen to lead new line. Her name. Public. Clear. Mia's hands shook. That evening, David Shu called Lily repeatedly. She ignored the first 3 calls. On the 4th, she answered. Lily, David said urgently, why didn't you tell me you were leaving? You never asked, Lily replied calmly. You embarrassed Mia, he said. People are talking. Lily laughed softly. So now you care. Come back, David insisted. We can fix this. Lily's voice was steady. There's nothing to fix. We're done. She ended the call. For the first time, she felt free. A week later, trouble came. A rumor spread online claiming Lily had stolen designs from ZK Fashion. The source was anonymous, but the timing was perfect. Lily stood in Eric's office, phone on his desk, the article open. Explain, Eric said, Not cold, not warm. Lily met his eyes. I didn't steal anything, she said simply. They stole from me. Eric was silent for a long moment. Then he said, I'll investigate. No accusation. No doubt. Just trust. That night, Lily received another call from Anna. I won a small school award, Anna said excitedly. They used my name. Lily closed her eyes, smiling. See, she said. You're walking your own path. After the call, Lily stood by the window. She knew the storm wasn't over. But this time, she wasn't standing alone in the rain. She was standing in her own light. The rumor spread faster than Lily expected. By morning, industry forums were full of whispers. Screenshots, half-truths, old project photos from ZK Fashion, everything twisted into a story that painted Lily as an opportunist who betrayed her former company. Lily sat quietly at her desk at Lin Group, scrolling once, then locking her phone. She had lived through worse. In her past life, no one had stood up for her. This time, she would stand steady. At ZK Fashion, Mia Zhao watched the chaos she created with shaking hands. She had only wanted to scare Lily. But when she saw how much attention Lily was getting, fear had pushed her too far. What if it backfires, she whispered to herself. Eric Lin called Lily into his office that afternoon. The door closed behind her. I checked the timestamps, Eric said, placing several documents on the desk. Your files predate ZK's launch by months. Lily nodded. I kept records this time. Eric looked at her closely. You were expecting this? Yes, Lily replied honestly. Because it happened before. Eric didn't ask more. Instead, he said, I'll release a statement. Lily was surprised. You don't have to. I do, Eric said. Because I believe my employee. Something loosened in Lily's chest. That evening, Lily went home. Her mother was sitting on the sofa, holding a stack of bank statements. Why didn't you tell me? Mrs. Chen asked, her voice unsteady. Lily paused. Tell you what? That you paid for Anna's school. That you covered our medical bills. That you worked 2 jobs at one point. Her mother's eyes were red. I thought you were just lucky. Lily said nothing. Mrs. Chen stood up suddenly. Come with me. They arrived at ZK Fashion. Lily realized too late what her mother intended. In the lobby, Mia Zhao was giving an interview, speaking confidently about creativity and teamwork. Mrs. Chen stepped forward. My daughter, she said loudly, is Lily Chen. The room fell silent. She designed those collections. Not Mia Zhao. Gasps echoed. Mia's face went pale. Lily's heart pounded. She hadn't asked for this. She hadn't planned it. But when her mother placed a hand on her shoulder, Lily felt something she had never felt before. Support. The next day, Lin Group released evidence. Files. Dates. Emails. The truth was undeniable. ZK Fashion issued a weak apology. Mia Zhao was suspended pending investigation. The internet turned overnight. Lily Chen's name was cleared. That night, Eric invited Lily for dinner. Not as CEO. Not as boss. Just 2 people. They sat at a quiet restaurant, the city glowing outside. You could have destroyed her, Eric said. But you didn't. I don't want revenge, Lily replied softly. I just want my work to be mine. Eric studied her. You're different from most people in this industry. Lily smiled faintly. I've already lost everything once. The words slipped out before she could stop them. Eric didn't press. Instead, he said, then in this life, don't lose yourself. Back in her room, Lily called Anna. Mom stood up for me today, Lily said quietly. Anna was silent for a moment. You deserved it. You always did. Lily lay on her bed, staring at the ceiling. For the first time since her rebirth, she cried. Not from pain, but from release. Some truths had finally been spoken. And some wounds had finally begun to heal. The fashion industry moved quickly. 1 week could erase years of reputation. After Lin Group released the evidence, ZK Fashion had no choice. An internal investigation was announced publicly. Media that once praised Mia Zhao now questioned her integrity. Mia locked herself in her apartment, curtains drawn, phone buzzing non-stop. Every message felt like a judgment. She scrolled through old photos, award ceremonies, interviews, smiling beside Lily. It was supposed to be mine, she thought desperately. I just borrowed it. But the world didn't care about her excuses. At Lin Group, Lily returned to work as usual. No celebration. No victory speech. She focused on fabrics, cuts, and production schedules. Her calm attitude surprised many people. "Don't you feel satisfied?" a colleague whispered. "After everything she did to you?" Lily shook her head. "I feel finished." She meant it. David Shu's fall came quietly. Without Mia's protection, his past behavior surfaced. Credit stealing, false reports, office politics. ZK Fashion terminated his contract. He waited outside Lily's building one night. When Lily saw him, she stopped. "Lily," David said hoarsely, "I was wrong." She looked at him for a long moment. "In my last life," Lily said slowly, "I waited for you to say that." David froze. "What?" "But in this life," she continued calmly, "I don't need it anymore." She walked past him without looking back. A week later, Lily was called into Eric Lin's office again. This time, he was smiling. "I'm promoting you to creative director of the new line," he said. "Full authority." Lily was silent. "There's one condition," Eric added. "You must protect your ideas. Always." Lily smiled. "That's not a condition. That's my rule." Their eyes met. Something unspoken settled between them, trust, respect, something warmer. Across the ocean, Anna stood nervously in a small exhibition hall. Her designs were displayed under a single name. Anna Chen. Lily stood in the crowd, hands clasped tightly. When the award was announced, Anna's name was called. Anna looked toward Lily first. Lily nodded, eyes shining. Later, Anna hugged her tightly. "I did it." "You did," Lily said softly. "All by yourself." That night, Lily and Eric walked along the river. "I used to think strength meant endurance," Lily said. "Now I know it means choosing yourself." Eric stopped walking. "Then choose happiness too," he said quietly. Lily looked up at him. "I think," she said after a pause, "I already am." The city lights reflected in the water, steady and warm. The false queen had fallen. And a true one no longer needed a crown. 3 years later. Morning sunlight filled a bright studio with floor-to-ceiling windows. Rolls of fabric stood neatly against the walls. Designers moved calmly, focused, confident. Above the entrance, a simple sign read, "Chen Studio, Creative Partner, Lin Group." Lily Chen stood at the center table, adjusting the drape of a white dress. Her movements were unhurried, sure. "Like this," she said gently to a young designer. "Let the fabric breathe." The designer nodded eagerly. Lily stepped back, her expression soft. This was her world now. In the next room, Anna Chen argued lightly with a supplier on the phone, confident and clear. "No, we won't compromise the cut," Anna said. "Quality first." She ended the call and turned to Lily with a grin. "You taught me well." Lily smiled. "You taught yourself." They shared a quiet look, sisters, equals. That afternoon, Mrs. Chen arrived with soup, still warm. "I made too much," she said, pretending not to care. Lily laughed. "You always do." Their relationship had changed. Not perfect, but honest. Sometimes, that was better. Later that day, Lily stood alone in front of an old building. ZK Fashion. The sign was faded. The glass doors reflected a woman she barely recognized, calm, composed, whole. She didn't go inside. She didn't need to. Lily turned away. That evening, a small wedding was held by the river. No media. No industry elites. Just close family and friends. Eric Lin waited quietly, wearing a simple suit. When Lily walked toward him, the wind lifted her dress slightly. She had designed it herself. Not for fame. Not for revenge. For peace. Eric took her hands. You kept your promise to yourself. Lily smiled. And you kept yours to me. They exchanged vows without grand words. Only truth. Later that night, Lily sat at her desk. A new sketchbook lay open. On the first page, she wrote, "For the girl who once disappeared." She picked up her pen and began to draw. Not because she had to, but because she wanted to. Outside, the city lights glowed steadily. Some threads were cut. Some were mended. And some, the most important ones, remained strong, unbroken, and finally her own.